Hello, 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 everybody. How's everybody doing today? How's everybody feeling today? How's everybody grooving today? I am feeling specifically very scatterbrained and clumsy today. Don't know what it was. Everything I physically did felt like I was really scatterbrained and clumsy. So I'm hoping, at the very least, that it won't translate into what we're doing right now. But it probably will, and if we're being realistic. But we're gonna have a decent time because we've got decent time. We're gonna have a great time because I've played a bit of this Gatekeeper game. I've said let's try. It's a bit deceiving because I've played, I'd say, 5 or 6 rounds of this game. Um, so like I'm not as like what's the word? As new to this as you'd expect. Let me just get the game capture working. I wish to capture the game. If I put it onto auto, do you reckon it'd work? It does! Right. Boom. There's Gatekeeper. Cool game. Effectively what it is... Have you ever played, roguelikes? It's a roguelike. You ever played, like, Risk of Rain games? Very similar to the Risk of Rain games. You will watch as I repeatedly fail. Let me turn my light on so that you can see my lovely face in slightly lighter contexts. But yeah, if you've ever played either of those, it's kind of like that. I'm going to be trying out this character that I unlocked, who I really want to get good at. I've only played once. But they have this cool ability that seems like cursed artifacts don't actually hurt you as much as they normally do. And so I really want to learn that. I also would preferably like to unlock this character, which needs the Dawnbreaker. This character, who wants me to be Echo, whom I do not have, so I will try to get these two. But yeah, I'll just show you in the game. You know what, let me turn down the sound a bit more. There. So, these are the enemies. Is this okay? No, it's a bit loud. It's too loud for me. So these enemies keep attacking you. You also need to kill them to get the currency that you need to unlock particular items that you will find in places like this. Like things like this. I don't have enough for yet, but I just wanted to show it off. You always have a goal to do. This one is to deliver capsules back to this thing. I have admittedly gotten surprisingly bad at what's the word? Dodging and hitting attacks. How do we get over there? So I'm not very good with this one. After we've done this run, I will show you the one that I have had the best success with. As in, like, I have won my only ever game that I've won with. This character's interesting. I just want to get to a point where I can use this ability. And the problem is, I've tried one run with them, and I was not able to get to that ability. One of the reasons that this one particularly got my interest is because it was co-op. But then I realised that only really works when you have people to whom also have this game that can co-op it with you. And I do not have people like that. But it's a really fun, it's I've been playing it a lot as like a, I guess you could call it a background game, in the sense that it's not my main monitor game. It's the game I'm playing while watching a stream that I'm actually more interested in. Which is not to say the game is bad in any capacity, just to say that I want something to be distracting half of my brain while my other half of my brain does something else. I think that's completely fair, you know? Once this happens and you complete the quest, you will unlock the boss. The bosses are surprisingly difficult, in the sense that there's one boss that we probably won't get to with this character, but we will get to with a different character, whom I physically do not know how you beat them without having a revive. Like, it's that scary that I'm like, I have no idea how I'm supposed to beat this. Okay. Let's activate the boss. Because if we die real quickly against this boss, we can start a thing that's better. I'm not sure what the summoning of the soul thing does, by the way. Well, somebody asks. Because I'm not one of those people that, what's the word, reads any of their abilities. Luckily, I think this enemy is relatively easy to beat. So we can get out of it. It has a very similar thing to Risk of Rain, in the sense of the longer you stay in an area, the stronger the enemies get. Between each level, there is a quiet bay area, where if you're playing just on your own, I believe you can save it and, like, come back to this. And if you're playing with other people, it's just a place where you're not going to get attacked. This is cursed. Okay, so let's see what's changed. 3 times to enemies, no... Okay, so it boosts the damage here. It boosts the damage I take here. Damage to ramparts and sirens is increased, but reduced to others. Damage to Gatekeeper ×2. Damage to enemies ×3. Sure. We're just going to take the curses, because if we're not taking the curses with this person, we're not taking the curses with literally anybody. You know? Also, I really like this character's design, because I'm a big fan of cool-looking robes. Like, ones that don't just look like I'm a magician's apprentice, but, like, actually look really, really cool. Okay, we've got a lot more damage now. Okay, we one-shot stuff. In most contexts, we one-shot stuff. That's huge. I'm a big fan of instantly starting these things, but as soon as I get access to them, so that I know exactly what I'm planning on doing for this thing. Because, like, I can get the boss ready, even if I'm not planning on fighting the boss immediately. This isn't fair. Occasionally there's modifiers that appear when you are trying to charge it. My least favorite is summoning a horde of reinforced enemies. Okay. That one attack almost did half of my health. What can I say except for damn? What can I say except for I deserve that one? I'm making my way back so I can follow the next area. What is this? Cool, dead. Cool, dead. If they come one at a time and they don't really think about swarming me, I think I have a chance. Don't summon it on me. Don't summon it on me. I asked you to do one thing, and you failed. Okay, so I still insta-kill if they're within my short distance. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're good. We're beyond good. We're beyond bad. Luckily, a lot of the faction ability, like a lot of the modifiers that put like damages over time, are nice enough to make it so that it's also damage over time to the enemies, which I appreciate. The skulls gain an aura that deals damage. The lower the cursed enemy's health, the more damage. Exiting pushes enemies away. Harvesters applies weakness. I think just my basic attack I've been finding that I like to do a lot of the time. Just because, you know, you're always getting something out of your basic attack. Oh, wrong way. Base damage up. I don't think there's any chance we can get it to the point where we're back to one-shot and stuff. But I like to dream. And I'm pretty confident in my ability to beat this siren. Never mind. I instantly felt like I couldn't beat it. Oh, I died. Okay, let me show you how I do on a character I'm slightly better at. So, I have two characters I'm particularly good at. And by particularly good at, I mean I do okay with. And it's this character, and it's this character. We're going to go with Pandora at the moment, because I like playing Pandora a bit more. Pandora's whole shtick is he has an ability. Well, they have an ability. I'm not really sure if there's a agenda to them. That means that occasionally their attacks bounce. But their basic attacks bounce. Have a chance to bounce to a random enemy. Which is very cool. My favourite ability, surprisingly though, because it's close range, is this. Just like a short range, small AoE attack that does a decent amount of damage. Then instead of having that intangible thing, we have this dash that puts a Healy field down. Which I value insanely well, because it means I can make mistakes. And then the ultimate is an area field just around like half of the way through the area that does damage over time. Would summon fire rays chase the gatekeepers, eh? I need to get better at making sure to thin the herd while also moving towards the area. And also figuring out which one of these AoEs are my AoEs. No. I wish I knew where the... Oh, God! Okay, we're not going for that. They've blocked me off from it. So, the reason I like this is because the kind of aesthetic that I like, weirdly, it reminds me a lot of the first Helldivers game as well. Is this sort of, I like this sort of top-down, sort of, wave fighting kind of game. That this one and Helldivers 1 was as well. So it's one of these games where I feel like I can relax. Whether that's actually true is a whole other thing. God damn it. I don't know where that lightning comes down, if I'm being completely honest. Oh, one's here. How did I miss this? Okay, yeah, let's immediately do this. I'm pretty confident in my ability to beat the prince. They're also a bit more fine with me falling off the edge, which I do a lot, if I'm being honest. Am I dead here? No. You also get a heal every time you level up, which has, I mean, definitely saved me. Come on. No, he's made himself immune. Oh, that AoE hurts his friends. That's huge. Okay, right, they're dead. They're dead. Just go through, gotta finish a couple of these off. This one's huge. I love this ability. It's like a percentage chance where... Ow. There's a percentage chance that every attack, you send out a wave that pushes people back and also does damage. And I just find that so useful. Especially when you can start to get it to like... You're upping your attack speed, you're bringing it up to maybe 30%. Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take another one of those. I don't like taking those curses. I found them to be more harm than good. Especially in a world where I don't have the safety net of a... What's the word? I don't have the safety net of a second life, which you can get in that character I believe, the best at. Because it's the only one I've succeeded in winning with. What's this got? How much it cost? 140. We'll take a chance of chain lightning. This is an interesting one where you've got to pick up these packages and there's a chance that they have a core in them and there's a chance they don't. And you've got to get enough cores that you can then put them into the monoliths, like this one here. Stupid question. If there's two monoliths, is it a duolith? I think that's a fair thing to ask. The more I think about it, the more I don't think it's actually a stupid question. Because if one of them's a monolith, it implies that there's more. You can have more than monolith. Yeah. I think my favorite enemy, just narratively, is the boys here that are they're just trying to hit you. Because these guys, because they're really, really lazy. And then at one point you'll get them to a point where they get annoyed. And they're like, fine, I'll actually do my job. And then they'll start running and actually be a genuine threat. And at that point you're like, oh damn, maybe these dudes were actually holding back for the sake of me. I put streamer mode on. I hope I actually did. Hold on a second. Settings. Streamer mode. Right there, it's on. By the way, if you're one of those people that can't deal with seeing spiders, they have an arachnophobia mode. Always appreciate those ones. Although, in my experience at seeing some of them, it actually becomes scarier than the actual thing that they were... than spiders. Take some movement speed. I know attack speed would have helped us. Okay, let's go to these monoliths. Nope, okay. We've got 2, we've already done 1. Okay, so it should be easy. Get the chain lightning. Because I love chain lightning. That might not be the right decision, by the way. I just love it. Okay, it seems to be like wherever I am when I do that. Yeah, look at these boys. Don't do anything, don't do anything, don't do anything, don't do anything, don't do anything. Oh, you've hit me to half health? Okay, I'll get serious. Attack speed. I've only recently learned about this sprint, and it feels like it's very useful to just save some time. There, you're out. If I stick close, you have less abilities. No, 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 no. Dad. Genius. Chance to summon an impulse on kill. Sure. Attack speed. Sure. My thing is, if there's not like an item thing right there, I'm like, well, screw it. We're going forward. You know, we're going forward. We're gonna go continue the progress because time matters in that game. I like that, but I wouldn't be able... I can get a lot of these if I choose these. I can get that. And then like one of these. That's huge. There's a thing up here, by the way. Which allows me to, like, I think combine something. But I've yet to be able to get any of the things that allow me to do it. Like, I haven't literally unlocked enough items for it to matter. And then there's these forge things here, which allow you to take stuff like max health and melt it down to get something like this. Which I may try just to show it off. I like everything here except for one item, but it's not enough with just one item. So I think we'll call... maybe we can get an item that does that. Can I just buy an item that I don't care for just to show off the ability? No, it's 400. We're not going to get 400 from this area. Well, if we get to a point where I can show that off, I'll show that off. But I doubt I will. You think I can... Oh, I have just enough for this. Take one of those. This is the area that has the boss I can't kill without losing a life. which is worrying me slightly because this character, as I said before, does not have a extra life. Right, let's activate this boy. I also have a soft spot for the shadow boys, like that guy. Attack speed, cooldown speed. Attack speed's probably decent. All these enemies seem to be blowing up. Now, I don't know if this is a modifier that you can get, or whether I just been unlucky, and I just hadn't noticed it before. Because I don't feel like every time I'm here they do this. But sometimes they do. And it's very annoying when you're trying to guard a specific area. I hope this music's copyright free. I mean, that's assumed when you put streamer mode on, right? I don't know if this explosion is also an explosion that hurts them. I think I might be in a situation where that doesn't. Which I think is not fair, for one. Just saying. But for two, makes it significantly more scary. More skill damage. Okay, come on. We can do this. We're full health. We're fine. Oh, it was a special effect. God, our ability to kill stuff is severely lacking, eh? No, this isn't the enemy. This is the boss I can deal with without, Oh no, oh no, oh no. Why did I have to say that? Base damage. Never mind. Never mind. Well, you see, we got further that time, so there's something to that. Finally, I can show you the one that I've done the best with, which is hybrid. Which is weird because they seem seemingly quite specialized. But maybe I'm not understanding what the hybrid is. Runewood. A place that has all these domes and I have no idea what they mean. My favorite ability is the hits everything ability, the F. I wish I could buff it, but the buffs to it are not like things I understand how to make use of. Because they're all like, if somebody's on fire, it does this much more damage. And I'm like, look, I'm not going to be reliably setting things on fire. Speaking of fire, this whole place is frickin' fire here. Lucid ethereal expansion is triggered. I don't really know what this one is, and I don't know how to dodge it. I've had it before. I'm so scared. I'm so scared already. I swear this is... I swear I've done well. I swear I've done significantly better than this before. It's the nerves. The nerves just get to you. But believe me, I have done better than this. Why did I use the attack that's supposed to hit multiple people on one guy? Good question, me. Where's the answer? Also, that modifier we just got that heals me every so often is the seemingly only objective buff that I've seen. Like, the only time where I've been like, that's just good. That's just an objective good thing. Oh, it's literally the one I talked about being my least favorite. The summoning reinforced hordes. They teleported out of my way. More damage. Maybe 10% of like a really low number is actually probably not good. Okay, let's move over to the area. We'll get any items we can on the way. But I will say just this. I'm already freaking terrified in general. What's in here? Additional charges. Not actually thing I'm particularly caring about. Having an extra fire attack is nice, but it doesn't make it faster at charging. And also I could have just gotten one from there, seemingly. We're gonna just get this item before we start. Because I don't feel confident in my ability to kill stuff still. Prince knows about me. Oh, hopefully it's good things. Oh god, look at the damage. More damage. This is a situation where I know it's not good in the long run, but I'm going to continue to do it like this. Of course I take some damage. By the way, I'm rapidly clicking and I know that there's a very good chance that I could just be holding the button and it would do it as fast. I've just decided that I want to waste all the clicks I have on this mouse for some reason. Yeah, I like that one. More damage. So this isn't easy, as you can probably see. By the way, can you see this? It's Santa Claus, but he's cool, and he's also, it's blue. It's up there as one of my favourite of the Christmas jumpers. I'm a big fan of getting Christmas jumpers, if you haven't already guessed. What damage they deal. I don't want to be low health. I wonder if I can get to 200 and just get another item. Because worst case scenario, I can melt it down for scrap. Come on, there's got to be another one like right here. There, 200. Perfect. Perfect. What can I turn this into? Oh, Great Forge. Okay, that thing seems decent. Melt. Melt. Crate. Cool. Just wanted to use it for once. I hadn't actually used it before. Also, that's something you get from killing a boss, normally. Like, it's a cool item. I'm not going to say no to it. Ooh, a Trial of Combat. Okay, we got our money. Continue on. Okay, let's making our way downtown. We can't stop moving. Because moving means death. Wait, stopping means death, I mean. Yeah. Okay, let's go get these things. Because how long this takes, I genuinely believe that what I'm talking about is true. In the sense of, like, I genuinely believe that, like, you have to constantly be moving. Obviously, take everything I do with a grain of salt, because this is not coming from the place of a character, somebody who's played a bunch of hours in this game and understands it completely. This is instead coming from the mindset of a guy who has played it for maybe 2 hours. No, a bit more than that. Maybe like 6 hours. And maybe can't keep an accurate idea of how much time he's spent in things. Why would you put it here? Why couldn't you choose the closer one, eh? I mean, it's not a problem per se. Just an annoyance. More attack. Hehehehehehe. Move over like this. We'll take this. It's not that hard. All you gotta be doing is keeping the one side clear, because you've got a invincible machine that can block your way. And then just constantly been moving, as I said. And hope you don't get reinforced, because they seem like they're significantly stronger, and put a super shield on people after they die. But that's just common knowledge. This? I guess movement speed's decent. I'm assuming it buffs this run as well. Because if it didn't, I'd be very worried. I didn't know to put it there. Regen. No, wait, damage. Right, item. 1, 2. Get this. More of these dudes. What am I doing? That. Let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Every second we take it, that level, it's going from level 6 to level 7. Imagine only omnistones for prisms. I don't know what that is. So there's all these things that I've never gotten. Oh, I'm an idiot. You have to buy them to unlock them. I don't want to hit anything. I really like that, but I've already spent all my money and I can't get 400 from this. So instead we'll go boop, boop, boop. Okay, I've just unlocked a part of the game that they obviously told me about that I've completely forgotten about that I've now remembered again. So, frankly, I think I'm invincible. These, like, walking pots of poison really remind me of, like, what a hag would make. You know, just like, you know how, like, they have houses with, like, feet on them? Kind of feels like it's like that. Get the one up first. Not a one up as in an extra life, but like the thing up here. Oh, it's really close actually. As soon as an enemy comes, it's getting a fireball. So I'm warning whoever comes after me. Got ya. Oh, I didn't get the second one. They just run at you, menacingly. Right. Gonna have to dodge bombs from that while also doing this, eh? Increase crit chance. 5% crit chance. Is that good enough? No. Extra damage. Extra damage. Extra damage. I never feel like it does anything, but I like picking it still. And like, I need to do an actual test where I look at the numbers to see what changed. Because I feel like I was doing about 64 damage before. Just shoot over here because I can see an enemy about to appear there. Nice. Kill it before it gets a chance to even get close to you. Wait, is that the logic? Where have I figured out a new strategy? I mean, what's the reason to not just repeatedly do attacks, eh? It's not like I have bullets that run out. Oop. I am so sorry about my lackluster ability here. I swear I was better when I was giving this game a try. Oh, no, 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 no. Like, the fact I've used my life on this fight is insane. The fact I took damage from that attack as well is insane. I actually feel sad about my ability at the moment. I'm very, very sorry about my showing off this ability. I want to show more of this game, and I'm failing to show you that, and I am sorry about that. How much are these costing? 600, okay. So what is this? A chance to create an impulse. Right. What have we got in this place forging today? Skills hit on an enemy for... This is my skill? Are they all my skills? That's my primary attack. You only need 10 for this? Was there anything I'd get rid of for that? No. Maybe just to have it. Let's get rid of one of these. Now let's have a quick check to see if there's anything we can build, because I don't think I've ever had that thing. What is this? I don't have... I know all of the pieces of that now. That kind of makes it look like I have enough to do it. Or maybe it's telling me that I'm getting that bonus? Who knows? Look at that bayonet. I've never seen that bayonet before. I'm seeing so many new items because I happen to look at the thing that you're supposed to look at. This is a cursed one. Screw it, we're in a situation now where I think we need to be taking the double damage. Okay, I died. Quake almost always kills me whenever I just don't look at it. We're playing this again, though. We're playing this again. We've got this. You can see how this could get addicting, though, right? See, auto sprint implies that I should be always sprinting, which I don't always do, which is interesting. Why has it gotten so dark? Oh, that's the point? I hate this. Oh, this is like really bad. Is that a curse shrine? Let's pick this one. Because all it does is put things on the ground that we can't go into. But also hurts them in the same way. I can't really see where my enemies are. Alright, that got disguised in the fog like really well. This is maybe the worst of the modifiers that I've seen in ever. Just because it really restricts what I can see, and that's like my... like one of the most important things for me. Okay, let's just keep running. Got this. I can see your little flickers. You can't hold me back. Okay, attack speed. More attack speed. I'm hoping that as soon as we've done this, it disappears. And it's not like it stays in for the whole round. If it stays for the whole round, it becomes increasingly harder to deal with. I can see! But I can't heal for that much. We might lose to the first boss. I'm not saying it's likely, I'm saying there's a chance. Like that attack. Yep, see? Look, we're resetting. We can't win if we use our thing there. We can't win if we're using our revive on the first area. I'm making an executive decision. As you can see, I ain't the best at this game. But it's addicting enough and like simple enough in concept that I've been having fun playing it, even if I've been like slamming my head against a brick wall in terms of like ability to actually do stuff. And I'm starting to learn what each of those mean before I click them. Which is probably a good skill. I think I hate the one where you've got to go after the monoliths the most. Just because it feels like it's very chance-based and it could... On skill here, a chance to mark enemy. Sure. That'll be good when I'm using this ability, which I don't know if is a skill. This actually, if I was auto-sprinting, would be a problem here, actually. Make our way downtown. Let's move fast. Seasons pass and we're homebound. This is an eye. I don't know what the eye's relating to. I'm assuming it's some form of thing that I have not understood. That you have to do, like, be there on a Thursday and have the Moonlight Greatsword. I couldn't think of another thing, and so I defaulted to Moonlight Greatsword. And then, like, it will look at you in a certain way, and you have to do special attack down, special attack up. Which is very, very obvious because it references something that I just don't know. And then you unlock a secret thing. That's my guess at the very least. Yes, I know. I don't know how I got out of that either. I'm kind of just hoping that we can just breeze past the fact that I just got out of being completely and utterly surrounded by enemies. And that it feels like there's summoning enemy after enemy after enemy. Okay, that counts as a skill. Because I was only doing basic attack on him and it counted as a skill. So skill means effectively any attack you do, eh? The more you know. Okay, what's next? We gotta go over to the prince and hopefully... We're in a much better position now, so I don't think we'll die as easily as we died before. But I still think there's a chance. We have to take this carefully. Oh, ho, 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 ho. One of them got away. Have you guys... This is completely off topic, but have you guys seen... I don't remember its name... But there's a TV series that they came out. I think it only ever got one season. And it was... The whole shtick of it was... it was the Greek gods in a more modern setting. But they had Zeus be Jeff Goldblum. And he did insanely well as Zeus. I think he plays an incredible... like, really obnoxious dude who's, like, thinks he's the best but isn't. And refuses to, like, listen to anybody else. And that's functionally what Zeus is, you know? How do I get out of that? He's put a shield up. That's not fair. I mean, he killed half of his unit, so that's kind of more fair. This is attack speed, isn't it? Yep. Ah! No, 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 no! How does he repeatedly miss him, all of his boys? Oh! I forgot he has an AoE. Don't get near me attack. I mean, the mark is probably helping with my damage. I'm glad that doesn't disappear, seemingly. Oh, it's my favorite ability. The chance to summon wave. The wave chance ability. It's so not the best ability, but it's the one I love. Inertia. Do I want an inertia? I don't really have enough to be sacrificing for inertia. Hold on a second. I could buy one. I like this, though. I like getting loads of little items over one big item, you know? How much is it to unlock some of the other stuff? 6? What does Duo do? Oh. They're a lot more generous as well with the, if you fall off the edge, you don't really take too much damage. I don't even think you take any damage. Which I appreciate. A lot of games, some games would have you die in that situation, and some games at the very least would make you take a decent amount of damage. And I like that they decided not to do that. Yes, they're all this way. I love taking basic damage attacks. Yeah, get back. Keep pushing them back. Oh, an item. Let's go with that one, sure. There's only 2 here. No, I'll have to go back. More attack speed. I wonder how high I can get my attack speed. There it is, cool. I'm glad we found this before going all the way back. Oh, no, never mind. We're an idiot. What's that? I've gone in it pretty high, but end up dying before because I never do enough damage. See, my problem is I don't think I've gotten that far. I've gotten to the point where I've quote unquote won it, but I haven't done the I haven't reset at all. Because you can reset and obviously go through the area again. I'll say the bit that gets me is there is a boss I I think he's in the desert area. He has like a chimney for a head. And that boy, I just can't seem to beat reliably at all. I just can't beat them. He's the one that like... Hold on a second. Let me just concentrate on killing this one, although this one's relatively easy. He's in... I'm pretty sure he like... The bit that gets me, the attack I can't deal with him, is the... He shoots a load of fiery projectiles out of his head. Not the... He's not the skeleton, the one who shoots the skeletons. He shoots regular projectiles. Except these projectiles home on you. And they last for a while. And I can't for the life of me deal with them. I will try and get to a point where I can show it. If there was a glossary, I'd show you via the glossary. He shoots all of these attacks out of his head. They're homing attacks that you can't destroy. And I find myself using my dodge, or whatever my dodge equivalent is, to obviously dodge through them and not get hit by them. But then they're still going around, and my dodge is obviously no longer on cooldown. And so I just get hit by like a load of these attacks. And I just don't know what to do in that situation. It's why the only person I've won with has been this character. Because what happens is that I get hit by that, I die, and then the ability activates. I get enough DPS, and I just DPS it down before it can do that attack again. Because I, for the life of me, cannot figure out how to win against that attack. I mean, I obviously have the debuff of streaming at the moment, so I might not be able to get there. But if I get to that fight, I can show off that... how I can't beat that dude. Well, I can beat that dude, but I can't beat that attack specifically. I wonder if there is a glossary in this game. There isn't, just artifacts. Can I save and... Nah, it doesn't matter. I'll just go in. I'll point it out if I get there, but like... You know what I'm talking about. That guy for me is the only one that I'm not confident I can kill. Yeah, I might be able to. I've been having a bit of a hard time with this boss as well, but I think it's because I kind of just keep ignoring the things he puts on the floor. And I think that's a huge mistake, and I'm making a mistake by doing that. I think I get too laser focused on the boss, and I forget about the ads. Exactly. And I just ignore them, because I'm like, well, they're not that bad. And then it's a point where, like, every bit of the map has got one of these skulls on it, and I'm just like, one of these tombstones on it, and I'm just like, I'm screwed. And also, their attack, it's quite similar to the chimney dude I'm talking about now. In the sense of, the attack, he sends these homing projectiles at you. But the difference is you can destroy them when you're fighting him. And so it's not nearly as bad. But if you're playing a character that has a slow weapon, it can be quite annoying. Like, they normally have a way to counter the fact that you have a slow weapon. Like the dude who's all about, like, skulls and stuff. I forget his name, but I think he's called, like, the Messenger or the Mesmer or whatever he's called. That guy, his whole shtick seemingly is his basic projectile also, like, explodes into skulls that attack everything. So he has a way of dealing with it, but it's not like a very good way. And if you're like me and you're not that reliable at actually hitting with your attacks, it can be a real problem. I'll say this as well. I think I'm grossly underestimating, and even though I'm saying this, I still won't pick it up because this is just how I am. But I think I'm grossly underestimating movement speed. I think movement speed is a lot better than I initially seem to think it is. Because, for example, take these enemies here. If have a high enough movement speed, I could just ignore their main mechanic, which is running towards me, you know? Maybe the reason why I'm doing worse against these attacks is because I don't have the movement speed to get out of them. Oh god. For goodness sake. I do feel like occasionally the enemies just just a million of them appear. See, I haven't unlocked all the characters yet. And so the only melee person I've gotten is the dude you start with that has melee. You know, you unlock this one, you start with this one and the other one, and the other one's kind of a bit more melee based with a seemingly like bloodlust mechanic. Yeah, I hadn't noticed that until now. I think I need to actually start clearing out areas before activating them, just so that I'm not overwhelmed with just a sheer amount of enemies. I'll take more movement speed. I've got to be what I said I was going to be, which is valuing movement speed a lot higher. Deal damage to enemy within a radius of 6 around the... I'll take that instead. Oh, I missed. Yeah. I do wonder if I'm going through the areas too quickly, and I'm not getting enough items. But I always, like, the enemies start ramping up, and I'm like, well, I need to... I need to start getting through this as quickly as possible, and so I just... This is not good. I need to be close to the boss. There's the boss. What have we got? Why do you put the shield down? No, 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 no. I'm doing it again where I'm ignoring the tombstones, by the way. I completely understand it. Oh! I didn't see the wall. Maybe I should start kiting them into walls? They seemingly die when you kite them into walls. Maybe that's the strategy? Fireballs orbit the Gatekeeper, igniting enemies. I'll take it just because I've never had it before. Okay, so I did okay in that fight. That wasn't a bad fight. I still have my revive. That might be the tech. Yeah, that might be a good idea. It's like the first boss, the prince. I didn't realize until recently that... I'll pick that up and we'll get another thing. I didn't really realize until recently that when he does that AoE, that's the hardest attack to like dodge. It hits other enemies, and so you can sort of like hide behind some enemies to sort of take some of the hits. I didn't realize that until recently. What's the forge looking like? On a unkill, chance to leave a weakening cloud. I'm always so bad at this because I don't know what to get rid of. I like everything I have. I'm just going to keep with what I have. Although I will unlock that thing. Boop. This might be the area I was talking about with the boss. Yeah, you know, I don't know. I'm not at a point where I really know what I want on each of the characters yet. I'm pretty sure the boss is here. This is the area with the boss I don't like. Don't follow me, don't follow me. Don't... Cool. Them all being in the same direction is probably pretty good. Oh, yeah. I haven't unlocked all the characters. I've unlocked like 4 characters yet at this point. Oh, it's this dude. Oh, I'm dying. I lost my thing to this guy. He's horrendous. I hate him. He comes out of nowhere, is incredibly fast, and just does a metric ton of damage. Well. Oh no, it's the dinosaurs. No, there's another one. Why are there so many freaking enemies? Yeah, I know, yeah. Okay. Oh, give me a second to think, blimmin' game. Okay. I only realized recently how to unlock the other items. I just hadn't read the instructions on it. So I've only been this is the first run where I've unlocked like any new items. Okay. Wait, it's a dude who makes an explosion but doesn't die from his explosion? Okay, so you think I should be going around getting those? I just worry about the, like, because the longer you're in an area, the stronger enemies get, you know? So I'm always worried that in the process of, like, getting this, the enemies are outscaling me, you know? Well, I'll pick this up. This guy I can't beat without the revive thing, which I've of course have lost. So I think I'll get a couple more items before even fighting that. Use that big rock. That's north. Okay, you think I should kite them to the rock and make them hit themselves against the rock? That makes some sense. Let's try it out. Like that attack is the one I can't deal with. But it's honestly that idea of using the rock as a instantly shown born fruit. Oh god, he's doing it again though. Wait, is that? Yep, that's the... Ah! I wasn't close enough to the rock. Oh god, he's doing it again. Oh, that full heal is literally the only reason I succeeded that. If I keep him here... Oh god, he's doing it again. Okay. Maybe if I keep him melee, he won't do his big attack. They do hit the wall. Okay, but you can see what I mean, right? You have to wait for them to fall down, then you've got to get behind a cover to block them. Is, I guess, the way you're supposed to do it. I really want that, but I don't have enough for it. It's a pretty hard thing to do. It might be a movement speed check. You know, that completely makes sense. I've got one of these to increase my movement speed, and I think I've taken, like... Can I see what I have? What am I looking at? Speed. I've got plus 35% speed at the moment. I think if I focused it a bit more, I could probably get it to a decent level. You know what? I'll get another one of these movement speed things here. I'll save the rest of my money for when we're on the actual next area. Because I don't remember the next boss being particularly strong. It certainly didn't make an impression like that one did. But I don't really remember what the next boss is. No, even seeing the map, I don't really remember it. More damage to lower level enemies? No, I think this might be a better horde clearer thing. Movement speed? Movement speed. Okay. Oh, this is the one with spiders in it. I remembered because I was like, okay, that's why there's an arachnophobia mode in this game. Okay. These ones kind of can be the harder ones to deal with. What are we dealing with? Attack speed, maybe? I think it might be one of those situations where what we're talking about is the way you're supposed to do it, but also if you have enough speed, you can sort of do it that way. Which might be my go-to way of doing it. Just because I'm not sure I can reliably do what we did there. Although having this movement speed is, like, notably helpful. Like, in this specific context. Okay, maybe I'm realizing that movement speed might be a bit better than I thought it was. Yeah. No, that's fair. If I was looking at the screen a bit more instead of... Oh, no. We're gonna have to come out of the thing. Okay, we're back in. Okay, that big dude. There is one big dude that we haven't killed yet. There, okay, cool. Oh god. Oh god. What's the percentage on this thing? 85. I swear it was 85 last time I looked at. Oh no. Oh, we're done. We're done here. We're out. Peace. Yeah, I think if I had this speed when I was in the fight with the boss, I think we're dealing with a whole other situation. I think we come out of that relatively okay if I have this level of speed. Oh. Because maybe I can outrun it then. Maybe. No, 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 no. We're not having the... Oh. Oh, well. I think we've learned what to do, though. I think we've learned what to do. Yeah. I think we've learned what we need to do in this game. So yeah, I've unlocked these guys, and then I've unlocked these two. I'm absolutely horrendous at this guy. I'm kind of only really good at these two. And not really this one. Mostly this one. Because you got the what would you call it? I guess like saving grace here. Maybe, okay, I've misunderstood this. I want to include this. Maybe I want to be... Oh, you don't get the back... Oh, you don't get them back. You really enjoy this, dude? Yeah. I think my instinct is to always be really far away from the enemy. And I think because of that, I don't enjoy this guy as much. Because he wants to be relatively close to the enemy. Whereas if I'm playing someone like this or this, I'm in a situation... That's pretty good. With these two, I'm in a situation where I can stay so far back that if they shoot a projectile, I can see it coming. You know? Admittedly, that's not as good against that guy that I have problems with. So I find the safety net of these two a bit better. I'm going to try again, and this time I'm going to take your advice, and I'm going to start collecting more of the cheaper items, and maybe delaying the boss a bit to get more of these cheaper items. Just to see if that sort of helps me in any way. And also I'm going to prioritize movement speed a bit more. That's how me and my buddy and I do it in co-op. But we just got the game yesterday. Yeah. I think that's a good idea. I do think that this game... I haven't played it in co-op yet. But I feel like this game might get... I think it kind of was not made for co-op. But I think it was made with co-op in mind to the point where maybe if I was playing it co-op, then it might be an easier time. I'm really not sure though. That's just a guess at this point. Maybe it's because I didn't have this. I mean, 10% damage is 10% damage, you know? Yeah, I know. Like, I'm buying upgrades that give me 10% damage. To get that plus health feels... Oh, I need to be going that way. Like, that's 10% damage. To get that on an item feels really good. Alright, let's try to get this. Movement speed is king. See, my default in these games is always damage is king, and like health and movement speed I sort of rate really lowly. You know, I rate them pretty low. But I guess maybe that's the wrong mindset to have. And instead what we should be doing is rating them relatively highly. Or maybe it's balanced in a way that's... you're just supposed to take a bit of everything. Who knows? I've done crit and move speed. You see, I never normally go crit, because I never like the idea of, like, I have a chance to do more damage. I always like the idea of I have more damage. So I always take flat buffs over any form of crit. And I do understand that at some point, you know, the crit becomes so high that you effectively just have a flat damage buff. But I don't know, I never really... Yeah, no, that makes sense. It really does. I kind of feel like maybe I should be specializing a bit more into crit. I'm always apprehensive when it comes to that. Oh god, I am taking a lot of stupid damage. You know what would be really good in this? I would love an item that gives me lifesteal. Like a small amount of lifesteal, but like any form of lifesteal would be really good. Just because of the sheer amount of times they attack, I feel like it would just be really useful to have just... Of course the melee guy does. I guess that makes sense because you're a lot closer to the enemies, so they probably want to give you something that's related to being able to tank a bit. Okay, I think we've gotten a decent amount of items here. Oh god. It's doing its big attack. I definitely can't dodge. Yeah, I'm really not... Oh, I shot that off at the worst time. Okay, okay, we're going to dodge all of these attacks. Oh, that's because of the movement speed. That's 100% because of the movement speed. I couldn't normally do that. Okay, I'm seeing the appeal of some of these attacks that I've had a hard time dealing with. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I think skill cooldown time is, like, insanely good. But movement speed is movement speed. And then we just saw how good movement speed is. No, I don't think we need to get anything more here. Want to get more mods that affect more than just the first / second ability. Yeah, I can understand that. I really don't understand like, what is a skill? Like, are all of these skills, or is only like these skills and that's your primary attack? There's little like wording things I need to look at as well with these things. Ooh, more movement speed. Look, I know it's the wrong thing to be doing, but I've kind of gone the whole other way now, where I'm only taking movement speed stuff. But is it considered a skill, my primary? It is considered a skill. Okay, that makes some of the things that you can get slightly better. I am really feeling this movement speed. Like it feels notably. Here is the arguably easiest boss of the game. I've probably died to this boss the least amount of times out of all the bosses I've fought. Now, this of course means that because I've said this, I am going to lose against it. As is the way when you jinx something like that. But his attacks seem very simple. The only one I'm really scared about is when he teleports right next to you and explodes. Because without the right movement speed, you can't really get out of that. But lucky me, I have movement speed. I wonder if I can outrun the dudes who run at you here. Those guys. I can! I actually can! Okay, maybe I've just been playing on hard mode because I wasn't using movement speed stuff. Because I'm feeling like insanely more strong now. Like they can't catch up with me. Oh, I can dodge their attacks. Yeah, it looks completely different, right? Okay, I think I'm gonna take... But that's the thing, I'm not actually like... This is the insane part. I'm not that good at dodging. It's mainly just because I'm moving so fast that they're targeting one area, and I'm just no longer in that area by the time they get there. You know, it's not even that I'm doing a load of, like, insane play dodges. It's just, it seems like there's a lot of dodges you can't do without the right movement speed. And also a lot of things that you just naturally dodge if you have the right move speed. Like these dudes. Oh god, yeah, the lava dude. Yeah, if I get there... I'm not looking forward to it, let's just say that. Come on, when do you appear? When do you actually appear? I mean, just look at this. Like, this guy's not normally hard to beat anyway. But I'm just walking around him. And behind... He does that attack that's supposed to be stopping me from getting close to him. And before he even can finish the idea of doing it, I've already gotten away from him. It's insane. Maybe attack speed? Like, I've before, when I have had very minimal movement speed, when he does that teleport in front of you and then AoE explosion, I've had to use a dash. Because I have physically not had the ability to get out of it without using my movement skill. In that, I just walked away, casually. Like, it wasn't even really a problem. Yeah, exactly. That guy who was already kind of a walk in the park became even more of a walk in the park. Delta Curse. Regenerate triggers more frequent... regeneration triggers more... but maximum health is reduced. I don't think I'd ever pick that. What does this do? Taking damage triggers an explosion. Okay. Next one is Tombstone Boy. I don't think we get that. Oh, I guess the skulls. We might be able to outspeed the skulls. And the poison boys, which are normally a problem. Like, I can outspeed them. Cool. Yeah, that just trivializes them. How much do we need for this? 420. Nice. So movement speed trivializes some of the enemies, it seems. How did they hit me? I was serpentining and everything. I'll be honest, those dudes that shoot fire out, I'm not even really sure what they do. Even when I'm playing normally, I don't feel like they do anything. Okay, I'm getting too cocky. And I'm taking stupid damage. Base damage up. I feel like at this point is 8% attack speed better. I think it's the damage and... the damage in numbers mob. Yeah, that's fair. Okay, let's go find the final one. I don't remember where it was. Okay, we are taking a notable hit to our damage, obviously, because of this, but that's expected. Explosion on damage. I kind of like that. Wait, wrong way. Oh. I got poisoned. That was a rookie mistake. I think the crit would work insanely well on this. I think you're completely right. I think the attack speed of this character, especially later on, just facilitates having crits be your main thing hugely. Like any sort of thing that's like a chance to hit with the sheer amount of times you're doing it feels like it's going to be a good thing. 300. Oh, that's exactly what we need. I'll take this. Okay, let's see how we do here. I've taken a bit of damage here. I've been a bit cocky. Okay, those skulls still catch up with you. Okay. How did I not die there? Does anyone know how I didn't die there? I didn't use my revive either. That was 100% I got trapped in an area and I should have died. Okay, more damage. I guess anytime I get him to do this attack, where he does his like, I'm just gonna do stop you from getting close attack. He's not doing an attack that actually hurts, and therefore is objectively better to be making him do. That went pretty freaking well. Other than that little problem at the start where I got trapped in an area and couldn't use my movement speed, that went freakishly well. Okay, what do we need? What do we need? Enemies take less... Enemies with less damage, with less than 30% health, take more damage. Probably good. Let's see how we do against this fire boy. Furnace boy. Is there anything here we really, really want? I don't think there is, so I think we're just going to leave with what we have and start just opening a load of chests on the next area. I'm pretty confident in our ability here. Oh, they're giving us a free item immediately. It's probably my least favorite item. Not my least favorite, but not my favorite. I'll pick this up. Oh, this may have been a problem. Never mind, they're all dead. Usually have that one and the knockback one removed. Yeah. That's completely fair. I can see the appeal of the knockback one, but not to the point where I'd want it over literally anything else. Why did I jump through them? Who knows? Okay. Okay, I'm taking damage to the very small explosions. Unless I'm actively concentrating on just looking at them, I have a hard time actually dodging them. Taking 30% more damage is slightly worrying here. I wonder if killing enemies increases this timer. Because I always feel like it goes up more when I'm killing enemies. Okay, let's do this again. Why couldn't it be the one that just heals me every time, eh? Why'd it have to be the bad one? Unless there's a cool mod later, knocking around enemies that maybe uses it. Yeah, I think it'd be cool if there was a mod. There was a mod that was like, if you push them into like an object, it does a load of damage to them. That'd be kind of fun. Like, it slams them against the object and they take a bunch of damage. So it would make knockback feel a bit cooler. I guess the logic is if you don't have very high speed, you could just knock back all the opponents so they can't get close to you. But it doesn't work for bullets, and bullets are normally my problem. That is probably the worst modifier to get in this area. I don't like summoning a reinforced horde as being an option. $72, 73. Everything takes more damage. Did these just run at me and then try and sting me? They're another one of those enemies that I just don't feel like has ever done any proper damage to me. Okay, let's just quickly get a couple of items before doing the boss. I want to go in with the most power that we can physically have. Movement speed, yes, as much movement speed as I physically can have. Right, let's see how we do against this boss. Clear out the area a bit. Okay, let's bring it on. Okay, here's his big attack. Okay, you can just dodge it. That went from a hard thing to dodge to being functionally easy. Come on, get that thing in the middle. Okay, thank you. Okay, it's not easy. I think I misspoke when I said easy. Easier. God, it looks freaking awesome. I think it goes a step further than giving me a fighting chance. I think it straight up makes it a completely reasonable attack that I don't feel annoyed about. Whereas before, I genuinely was starting to not get like stupidly annoyed with it, but very confused about what I was supposed to do, you know? Attack speed, cooldown. I really do like the cooldown rate thing. But, like, attack speed's really, really good. I'd go cooldown, though. What are we dealing with here? Anything I really, really want? This is a good thing to just have. Yeah. I think there's... trying to think if there's anyone that does have, like, a... they're invincible when they dodge kind of thing. I don't think there is. Okay, I thought I got this. Let's try that again. Oh, kettlebell was not worth me doing all of that stuff for. You know, it'd be cool. I think it'd be too powerful. I think it'd be too powerful if it was. But what would be really cool is if you could get an ability, or like you could have a thing where like objectives completed faster if your movement speed was faster. Like this went faster if your movement speed was faster or something. Okay, okay, I'm stuck. I think that would be too powerful, though. Okay, I'm taking a lot of damage here. I'm taking so much damage here. Okay. Holy damn. Okay, I've severely underestimated this area. Do I just not have the damage? This dude's taking no damage. You see this yellow guy? Okay, he's taking some damage now. Oh, I fell off the edge. Okay, well, I had 50% extra damage while I was fighting that guy. And that's what I was doing against him. Only take effects damage? Oh gosh. Well, this has been an absolute nightmare. Stop summoning the laser boys. Oh, we're getting out of here. Okay, we've had a severe problem there. Severe problem. Where I can't, for the life of me, deal with these enemies. Maybe it's because I don't have the damage I normally have in this area. Because I've gone, obviously, more into speed. God, these things are being a hassle. They shoot icicles at me when it... Oh. Okay, that went horrendously. But, I mean, that's sadly going to be our last one today. Hope everybody had fun watching this. Thank you for chatting, by the way. I really appreciate that. I'm going to have to say goodbye. This has been really fun. I'm probably going to be playing a lot of this in my off time, if I'm being honest. See you guys. Bye.